or Cities 92.9. It's Cancel This with Ty Smith.
What is going on, Bloomington Normal? I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. Phone number here is area code 309-451-9299. And you can text the show at that same number, 309-451-9299. If you would like to see me live in the studio where I can interact with you and you can interact with me, go over to YouTube and type in Modern Renaissance Man. And when you see a thumbnail that says breaking, President Donald Trump cannot save America, find out who can. Hot topics across America. Click on that thumbnail and you will see me in the studio looking at you and you looking at me, and we can have a good looking time. All right, folks, with that being said, I want to welcome you all to the show. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in right now. Appreciate everybody that's listening out there on the airwaves, on your radios, and I appreciate all of you who are tuning in from the internet. Let me just say this. Shout out to David Paul Bloomshine. Had a wonderful birthday. I met a lot of wonderful people out there, and I want to give a huge shout out to David Paul Bloomshine. If you guys don't know this, if it were not for me and David Paul Bloomshine meeting at an event, you guys will not see me here in the studios at Cities 92.9 talking to you right now. You would not see me in here. The man literally got me started in radio. I had a few meetings, a few times where I came on with him in his own show that comes on tomorrow, David Paul Bloomshine. I tried to put all that together if y'all didn't catch that. But he literally had me come into the studio a few times and talk on a few topics. And there's a reason why the door came open and pretty much introduced me to radio and everything. So a huge shout out to him. Great brother in Christ, great brother, mentor, one of the most gentle people you would ever meet. I don't think I ever heard him even raise his voice. I don't even know if he even, David, you're listening. Can you even raise your voice? I don't even know what that would even sound like. But he's a very, 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 very nice man. And we love him here. So huge shout out to David Paul Bloomshine. I also want to give a shout out to all of you who took me away from my wife. No, I'm just kidding. No, all of you who I met at David Paul Bloomshine's birthday party. I want to give a huge shout out to you guys for the conversation we had. You know, always a pleasure, Dennis. Always a pleasure, Tracy and Tammy. Great conversations with you guys. Really enjoyed the conversation we had with you. And to all of you who stopped to shake my hand and kind of voice your opinion on what's going on out here in our city here in Bloomington Normal, as well as in the nation, I want to say I really do appreciate it. And although, you know, we had long conversations there, I do not mind, because that's what it's all about. It's all about us coming together, talking, and having a brain for one. So I really do appreciate that. Longest intro in the world, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't it? All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, I know it can be very, very, very touchy if you are tuning in through the internet and you see the title of this video. You see that the title of the video says breaking. President Donald Trump cannot save America. Find out who can. Now, I can tell you right now, based off of that topic alone, some of you guys probably like, oh my God, what happened to Ty? I can tell by its title that some people automatically may have went to the comment section already, especially some of you snow cone color hair social justice warrior people. Y'all probably went to the comment section. Yeah, we tried to tell you the whole time. Now you're finally going, oh, boy. You thought wrong. You completely thought wrong. Some of you that were worried, like, Ty, what's going on? What happened? Donald, you don't like, I didn't say that. I didn't say I didn't like Donald Trump. I didn't say that. The title says President Donald Trump cannot save America. Find out who can. So the reason why I titled it that way, ladies and gentlemen, because I really want you to take time to think about that. I want you to really take time to think about the title that I have here and what it all entails. When I say that Donald Trump cannot save America, find out who can. The reason why I say that is because everything that it's going to take to so-called save America, you guys think that Donald Trump is going to be the one to do it. Follow me now. Some of y'all going to catch on. Let me get y'all straight in this. You think that Donald Trump is going to be the one to save America? What do you mean by that, Ty? Well, I'm gonna break it down on some, I'm gonna give y'all a small little analogy here. Me, as a director, over facilities, right? Now, if I happen to become a person, which I am, if I direct over a certain facility, if I form a contract with a facility and I'm directing over that facility, and if I end up getting to a point to where we turn profits around for that facility, to where we bring in certain resources and certain talents to where we cause that facility to increase their financial, tell me, did I save that? If I am directing over facility and I cause this facility to become more profitable, did I, Ty Smith, save it? Like, did I go in there and do all the jobs of what it took to save that business? No, I did not. So when I say to you guys, Donald Trump cannot save America, find out who can. So did Ty Smith save those facilities, or did the people save the facility? Uh-oh. Y'all follow me now? Did I save that facility, or did the people save that facility? So now let me get something straight right here, folks. Whenever I direct over a facility, I would hire in certain people, certain talents, people that got a certain type of resume. I would hire those individuals in. I would sit down and have what we call an interview, right? Those people, when they do, and if they do get hired on, they are expected to do the job that they know to do. So if you are a nurse, if you are a doctor, if you are a nurse practitioner, if you are a CNA, if you are a housekeeping, if you are a therapist, no matter what it is, if you get hired in, I am expecting you to be an expert at your job and know what you need to do, right? But am I the one that's actually saving it? Because all of you guys that actually work under a director, you can choose to rebel. You can choose not to show up. You can choose not to treat patients. You can choose to be a butthead on the job. You can choose to do the wrong thing while working under me, which can cause the company itself to fail, right? So then what you would say to me is that the reason why the company failed is because of Ty. No, the reason why the company failed is because of the people. So what am I saying to you guys right now? If you are saying to me right now that a man as Donald Trump would be the reason why America will be saved, then I will say to you, I completely and wholeheartedly disagree. You want to know why? It's going to take the people to save America. We say this all day long. We say it all the time. We cannot rely on our government. I don't trust the government. But if Trump ends up becoming the president again, you would say, I trust the government now? No, I still won't trust the government. You want to know why? I would encourage you guys, and I would challenge every last one of you guys to go back and go over them documents that the forefathers put in place called the Constitution. That, folks, is what you all should be relying on right there. That, folks, is what we, the people, should be looking at as the documents that we have our pillars on. That's our foundation right there. So what am I saying? You're telling me right now, let's listen to me. You telling me that the only reason why you guys would uphold the Constitution, uphold the law, and uphold righteousness is if Trump is the president? Is that what y'all telling me? See, Trump not being the president right now, and you seeing all this damnation going on in the nation, that right there is your test to if you're going to stand on what you call the law, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. Are you really standing on that? Oh, we're going to wait for Trump to get in there. Then you're going to do what? You're not going to do nothing. You're not doing it now. Why in the world would a person who is trained to be a boxer, who is trained to be a fighter, why would you train to fight if you never had to go and fight? Y'all follow me? See, during the time that Donald Trump was the president, there was no fighting going on, was it, right? Not a lot of crazy hostility. Not a lot of this crazy woke crap going on. But yet at the same time, now that Trump is not president and this stuff hit the fan, what exactly are you guys doing about it? See, that's what I'm saying. You have to understand that just because Donald Trump will become the president, or if he does become the president, that should not be the determinant of whether or not we, the people, are going to do what we know to do, or do you know to do it based off of the Constitution? A lot of these things that's going on in America right now is only being put out there in your face because it is a huge, test to see if you, the American people, are knowledgeable in what the oracles and the principles and the foundation of what America is supposed to be about. And based off what we're seeing, you answer that question. So again, Donald Trump cannot save America, but guess who can? You can. I can. We, the people, can. That's what the Constitution was there for. We are the ones that's supposed to be putting them in check. And y'all forgot about that. More of the show when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Cities 92.9, the news, the talk of Bloomington Normal. Appreciate you guys all being in here. Do me a favor. Don't forget to hit that like button if you are in here. Of course, y'all, when I'm very animated like this and moving around, there's a lot of comments I see flying by. I really appreciate y'all leaving comments in here. We'll highlight comments as they see fit. I know Kev is over there working, and he probably can see some comments on there, make them jump out, post them on the screen, all that good stuff like that. I might catch some in here, so just want to let y'all know that. And again, double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel, because I'm telling you, YouTube is unsubscribing you from the channel. And you guys all have something called a cell phone in your hand. If you think and feel there's anybody that would benefit from this show and what we're talking about right now, you can text them right now and say, hey, if you're not doing anything, go on to YouTube and listen to this guy, Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, what he's talking about right now. You guys all have the ability to do that now if you have a cell phone. So appreciate if you did that.
You got like 30 seconds before you're back.
Cool beans. Everybody that's in here right now, say what's up to Kev here at Speeches. He's in here doing behind the scenes work for me. We really appreciate it up here. And make sure you go and subscribe to Kev Speechless channel. He is on tomorrow as well. Y'all, please go over there and support his channel. I should see more of y'all over there because I do go in and I lurk.
Comments, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Getting ready to put his channel in the link right there. So I appreciate there's 117 people in here. And if you guys like listening to me, I'm sure you would like listening to Kev as well. So he just put the link over here right now. Just go over there, hit that subscribe button. What is going on, Bloomington Normal? I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is area code 309-451-9299, and you can text the show at the same number. You can also catch me live in the studio by going over to YouTube and typing in Modern Renaissance Man, okay? When you do that, you will see a thumbnail that says President Donald Trump cannot save America. Find out who can, and other hot topics across America. All right, so before we took that break, you guys heard me going in on this huge rant because I want you guys to understand something. A lot of us have this one person-like type complex. Let me give you an idea of a man that literally died for the sins of the world named Jesus Christ, right? Now, y'all, here y'all go, oh, you about to get church and religion. Well, then don't listen to this part right here because this is not what it is about. You already jumping to conclusions before you even heard what I'm even going to say right now. That's why that same Bible says be quick to hear and slow to speak. Now, check this out. The reason why I said that is this. You know what they say? Jesus saves, Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Now, check this out. What I want y'all to do is understand something. The impact that Jesus had thousands of years ago is still being carried out today. See what I'm saying? Now, what I mean by that is Jesus has such an impact based off his words, based off his lifestyle, based off his wisdom, that people are still preaching that same message this very day. What are you saying that for, Ty? The reason why different, y'all look, pick whatever religion you want to. Pick whatever religion you want to. Pick whatever religious figure you want to. I don't care who it is. My point is, if there's individuals out there that have had such an impact on the world that people are still going around and teaching those individuals messages or that individual's lifestyle, that right there is what we're talking about. The people are the ones that are carrying out and or carrying on that message, that lifestyle. So what are you saying that for, Ty? If you who are listening to me right now, we shouldn't have to rely on like a Donald Trump to save America. Because if you who are patriotic, if you really break it down and study that Constitution if you really get the history of America and you teach that to your children, and it gets embedded in them, it gets in their soul, it gets in their heart, it gets in their mind, they start to form a certain type of logic. They, us, you and I, we should be carrying on that very foundation right now to this day. But based off of a lot of ways that you guys react to these things that are going on in our nation right now, lets me know, do you really believe in that document that those forefathers did so many years ago? Do you really stand on that document? Or do you know what to say when it comes to that document? Our Constitution! I hear that all day long. People say things like, our Constitution! No, our Constitution, but y'all are not doing nothing. So check this out. The other day, that lunatic governor in New Mexico put a ban on guns for 30 days, she thought. I got on my channel and I went on this huge rant about the Constitution. I went on there, the huge rant about the Second Amendment. I talked about the whole thing, shall not infringe. And I told y'all all they're doing is knocking at the door and knocking for a weak spot to see if they were going to be able to do what they did, to infringe on your rights. I told y'all, I got on my channel and I said, if there's anybody in New Mexico or know somebody in New Mexico, please tell them about this channel. Please tell them what I'm talking about right now. Have them get in contact with me. Have them email me. Have them get on this channel and contact me. Several people from New Mexico wrote me and I got with them, and I'm just being real with y'all. I'm not calling them out. Some of them was like, I'm just a citizen. I just live my life. I didn't pay attention to the Constitution. I'm not going to lie to you, but what exactly is it that you think that we should do? And I said, this is what y'all need to do. That woman cannot do that. You have to, I don't care what she says. That law that she's trying to put into place is not above the Constitution. Y'all need to go out there, form a crowd, and tell them you're not welcome. No, I'm just joking. Maxine Water, in case y'all didn't catch that. No, but what I did, I told them, I said, you guys need to all form a crowd. Y'all need to have y'all weapons with y'all because that is y'all right to do that. And y'all stay, I don't care what she tries to put in place. I said, if a huge group of you guys all come together and say, heck no, you are not going to infringe on our rights. You will not do this. I don't care who you are. Guess what happened? The people in New Mexico, a lot of them in it, I forget what town it was in, Albuquerque, they all came together. They were in this central area. They had their weapons on them to where you can see it. You seen all types of the AR-15s, handguns, the whole nine. And guess what happened? The sheriff later came and said, we're not going to enforce this. It's against the Constitution. Plain and simple. That's what I'm talking about, folks. This is what they're doing. They keep on doing these small little things on us to see if you're going to comply. And all it is just a test to see how knowledgeable you are in the documents that is the foundation of what we are. That's what they're doing. And they're going to keep on doing it. Guess what is a brilliant way that they can't enforce that on us? If we, the people, all come together and absolutely 100% say, you guys are not going to be doing this to us. You won't be doing, we're going to form a huge crowd. There's way more human beings in a city than there are police officers. If we can sit there and watch Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and all these other crazy groups form these massive crowds, and the police can't control them, and these people are criminal. If the criminals can do that, bust windows, beat people up, burn down local stores, grandma and pop shops, and they can do all that stuff, and the police can't do nothing about it because there's too many of them, what can police do about a whole bunch of law-abiding citizens who knows our rights and we carry, whether it's concealed or open? What can a bunch of police do it to us? What can they do? See, these people are able to actually get themselves together for the sake of evil. They can do it together in an evil way. Evil can come together in large groups, in large masses, and tear up stuff. They can come in large groups and do things illegal, and the police say we can't do nothing because there's too many of them. So what will and what can, ladies and gentlemen that are listening to me, what can the police do to we, the people, if all these law-abiding, American-loving patriots come together, if they try to infringe on, if we come together and form these massive crowds, what the heck can they do? You know what the problem is, though? Too many of us law-abiding citizens, us good people, y'all never organized before. Now, the reason why I say y'all, because I'm not a part of that. I know how to organize, and I'm not scared. I know how to form groups of people and have them come together. As long as you know your rights, as long as you know policies, et cetera, stand on that. That's what we're going to stand on. And that's why in New Mexico, guess what happened? What a lot of people did. Some people, I'm scared. I mean, what if they, are you serious? I'm scared. What if they, that's exactly where they want you at. They want you there. They want you to be, I'm scared. I don't know. That's the government. They got people. Like, what? Are you serious? Because of being fearful, you, because of your fear, are not going to exercise your right. Right? You're not going to exercise your right because of fear, because you're scared. And the reason why you may be fearful, because you're ignorant to the laws. You're ignorant to the Constitution. And based on your state where you may be ignorant to that state Constitution as well. Look, y'all, I don't know how much clearer I can make this. If that Constitution says that your Second Amendment right shall not be infringed, they say to this lunatic governor in New Mexico, you are not going to infringe our Second Amendment. She says, I'm going to put a ban in for 30 days. They asked her, do you expect the people who are criminals to uphold that? She said, no. What? So we, y'all, us, we the people, we supposed to put our guns and stuff up and all this and go, even though we can conceal carry, we're supposed to put these guns up, and the criminals, they're not going to put theirs up. So we just supposed to be what? Just fish in the barrel for them? That's crazy. Then she got to talking saying it's not absolute. See, now y'all should know that's a totalitarian, authoritarian, some communist, fascist-like type stuff, socialism, all that type of stuff is kind of creeping its way in. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be careful. And that's why a lot of people got pissed off when I went off on them about CRT. Critical race theory is not being taught. Now, just like right now, socialism is not being pushed. Communism is not being pushed. Yeah, they're not using those words, but look at their actions. Look at their actions. Look at the little things that they're doing. Same thing with CRT. You can say all day long that the words critical race theory is not in these. It's only taught in college. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, the title critical race theory is taught in college, but the principles, the principles are being taught in grade school. We'll hit on the news to talk of Bloomington Normal. Again, I appreciate every last one of you guys all being in here. Appreciate the comments that are coming here through right now. Red, one of my moderators in here, sis, I really appreciate you being in here and making sure that the stream is going well and making sure we don't have a bunch of crazy trolls in here. So shout out to you, Red. I really, really appreciate you, sis. I don't know if my friends, my other ones are here.
Is that Island Girl? Is that the one that got me kicked off of it? No, it's not the one.
No, highly doubt that. I don't have a lot of people from that world follow me.
No,
I'm a different kind of black guy.
You're not black. You're not black.
I'm not.
Because if you don't know who to vote for, Joe Biden or Trump, then you're not black.
Yep, I posted that today with a video with Trump saying. I also not with Trump, but I posted a video today with Joe Biden talking about how he helped the blacks and the Indian people, and then he's like, the ones that don't have high school degrees.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love.
I
think one of my favorite Joe Biden quotes ever is, "You can't go into a Dunkin' Donuts or a 7-Eleven and work there without a slight Indian accent." Real quote from Joe Biden from like 2011, like something he said like not that long ago.
Oh my God.
One of my favorite quotes. I love that one.
Yeah, he made a comment like that today. I mean, I posted it today on my as a short where he said that he said something like they don't have high school diplomas or don't have, something of this, something of that sort. The ones that don't, Hispanics and the African Americans who don't have diplomas.
Yeah. You got a fantasy football team, Ty?
I don't even watch football.
You don't watch football?
Not at all. I couldn't even tell you anything about it.
I love football. I got my fantasy team. I was watching because since my show's on Sundays from 3 to 5, I got that one with like all the games. I'm flipping through it like while I'm talking on everything because I'm like, I got to know who's scoring what to see if my fantasy team's winning.
Yeah, I never really paid attention to it, whatever. I mean, I'm a sports person, but
Yeah.
I do sports, but I mean, I don't know. I never. I guess I'm so accustomed to not watching TV. I just never
Really
got into it.
Do you read? I read a lot. Do you
Big
read?
time.
What do you read?
Some of everything. Be it Thomas Sowell, Jordan Peterson, basically anything that's gonna have somebody have some type of intellectual. Jason Riley, love his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But and then of course I keep myself up to date with medical stuff. So
Yeah. I see Uncle Wallingford here says college football is a little bit more pure. Yeah, we got some college football. We got, who is this in here right now? Yeah, is it Utah? I think that might be Utah. We got a TV up there that's playing some college. No, Western Kentucky and Ohio State is who we got on right now. And Ty was looking at it earlier. That's why I asked him about football.
oh yeah, I was just like, look, what's going on.
Yep. The Ohio State, the Buckeyes.
I get asked it all the time.
About football?
No, do I play?
How do you play?
all the time.
I could see you being a damn good running back.
Yeah, I did it. I did wide receiver one time.
Yeah.
I'm talking about how we went through practice, and I think we had a scrimmage game for the school, and I cut through the middle. Nobody can keep up with me. I jumped in the air, caught the ball. I don't know what happened. I hit some flips, and when I landed, I got up and walked straight to the locker room.
Hear about Aaron Rodgers last week? Did you hear about that even? Aaron Rodgers, he used to be quarterback for the Packers. Now he was for the Jets. Four plays into the season, career, or at least season-ending Achilles injury.
Yep, it's a wrap.
He's 38, 39.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ty Smith, my Renaissance man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is area code 309-451-9299. Again, that number is 309-451-9299. And you can text the show at that same number. You can check me out live in the studio here at Cities 92.9 by going over to YouTube. Type in Modern Renaissance Man, and you will see a thumbnail that says President Donald Trump cannot save America. Now, before we took the break, you guys heard me going in because you see that I get really passionate about this, because one of the things I love for people to be well all the way around, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I say that all the time when I end my videos. I really mean that. I like for people to be well informed and to have an understanding of their rights, to have an understanding of their health, and all that. That way they can make good, rash decisions with their lives. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying that for is when I made this comment saying that, or this title that says President Trump can't save America. And the reason why I'm saying all that is because the reason why when people come and I keep on having them talk to me and they always want to talk about Trump can save us. I'm trying to figure out, I'm just keeping it real with you guys. I don't have the same mentality or that strange complex where I feel like I need somebody like from a Marvel's comic book to come save us per se. I know what I need to do to save myself. I know what I need to do to keep my family safe. I know what I need to do to keep family and other friends and people like that around me safe, is because I know the law. I know my rights. I know what the Constitution say. And although somebody may come and try to do something completely opposite of what it is, I make sure that I stand on that.
Can I add something to that, Ty?
Go ahead.
So one thing I'm thinking about is you said that when you said that you don't need some Marvel superhero to come save you. It's actually a liberal mentality to believe that someone else is going to come and save you. Because think about it. The liberals and the socialists, they want the government to step in and give them their health care, give them a universal basic income, basically provide everything in their life for them. They are the ones that expect a savior. There's only one savior that I expect. That's Jesus Christ.
Well, he's preaching, y'all. Good point right there. And then the fact that when he said that right there, it made me think of, what's that crazy dude, Schwab? Schwab is the one that said, like, we're going to pretty much give you your home and your food and give you this and give you that and give you this and X, Y, Z, and you guys are going to be happy. See what I'm saying? And the reason why people get upset, you see what they're telling us? They're trying to bring in a new world order, saying that they're going to provide us with the food and with an income and with our car and with our homes, and saying that people are going to be satisfied with that. And the reason why is because y'all have that, what Kev just said, y'all have that savior-like type complex. You want somebody to come in and save you when you're not trying to save yourself. See, it's amazing to me. The same thing goes on. I know a lot of people, y'all, I'm not talking about my particular church when I'm saying this, what I'm about to say. It used to always just make me just cringe. I'll just use a church I went to in Florida, a few churches I went to that I was a part of. And it always killed me when, before we went out to sing, have our church service, it always killed me whenever we would have prayer before we went out. And Ty, you don't pray? No, listen to me before y'all jump to conclusions again. Whenever we would hold hands and we would pray, anybody that needed something to be prayed for, I kid you guys not, guaranteed or your money back. 90% of the things that people were asking the group to pray for were things that can easily be taken care of themselves. Do not get mad, or you're going to get, well, I don't even care whether you get mad or not, because my intentions are not to hurt you with what I'm about to say. You cannot be in prayer and asking all of us to pray for you. Guys, I just pray. Can y'all just pray for me? I'm going to the doctor, and they say it's a good chance that I might be type 2 diabetes. And you weighing 450 pounds. Guys, I'm telling y'all the truth. Guys, just pray for me. The doctor said that if I don't get my cholesterol together, they may have to. But then yet, I see you eat out every single day, and everything you eat is fried. Guys, pray for me because the doctors them told me that one of my kidneys is functioning at 30% and the other one's functioning at 60%. They told me that it's a good chance I might lose one. Didn't you tell me the only thing you drink was soda? Y'all follow me? It can be prevented. It's self-inflicted. Excuse me, but the issue that we have in here is that a lot of people want the doctor to be the one to save them, when you can actually save yourself by changing your diet, changing your lifestyle, drinking water, taking the sugar out of your diet. It can be prevented. So what are you saying that for, Ty? What's going on right now in America right now? What's going on in America right now that you guys think that Trump can fix? What's going on in America right now that we, the people, can't fix ourselves? Because what? Trump, okay, let's just say this. Let's just say this hypothetically right now. If Trump was president right now, what would you be doing? What would you be doing? I'll have to listen to what I'm saying to you. What happened whenever word got to me that they were possibly going to be trying to teach my son stuff dealing with critical race theory at the school board? What happened? I went there and I gave them pure hell is what I did. And guys, that ain't the only school board meeting I went to. Every time I showed up to a school board meeting, I can just see the school board here in Bloomington district. I can see them. Oh God. Yes, I want you to be, oh God. And then it got even better because now whenever I showed up to school board meetings, there were more men. There were more fathers coming there. So let me ask y'all a question. Did Donald Trump prevent the CRT from being taught? Or did we, the people, the parents, did we prevent that? You cannot wait for Donald Trump to come and save so-called America. It is going to take Americans to save America. You will save America by understanding your Constitution, understanding your rights, understanding the law. Plain and simple. Guys, it can be that simple, but it doesn't seem that way. You want to know why? Because I can tell you right now, and look, this is everybody. I told you I'm unbiased. I'm not for the left or for the right. I'm for the up. Plain and simple. It goes on both sides. I can tell based off the conversation that I have with some of you who, you consider yourself conservative. I can tell based off the conversation that I have with you exactly what's controlling you. I can tell you based off the conversation I had with you that you actually are not standing up. It makes no sense for you to come to me and talk about a bully that's bullying you. I'm sitting there like, what are you doing about it? Well, I told him I don't like being bullied. Okay, that's it. Did he keep bullying you? Well, yeah, but at least I told him, dude, pick up a brick and knock him out, metaphorically speaking. That's what I'm talking about. Well, Ty, that's different. That stuff doesn't happen to you. You want to know why? Because they know that I'm not playing. I'm not playing when it comes. Look, y'all are different. Maybe we're different. I don't play when it comes to my life. I just don't. I don't play when it comes to my family. I don't play when it comes to my wife. I just don't play when it comes to any of that at all. If anything is going to be happening within our country, within our states, within our cities, you need to learn how to come together and fight against that. What kills me is when y'all say things to me like, well, I'm worried about what people, I don't care what people on my job gonna think about me. I don't care about what people on my job think about me. When it comes to me standing up for righteousness, I do not care. Well, they're not gonna invite me to potluck. So what? I don't care. Knowing that you might be different from them anyway, I wouldn't want to go to the potluck. They might slip some in your food. I'm saying, take this drink. Nope. Especially when it comes to real life issues that can affect you drastically. Ladies and gentlemen, and I say this with the utmost respect. My own family, I'm not talking about my wife and my kids. I'm talking about mom, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts and uncles of Ty Smiths. They will tell you that he really doesn't care. I'm talking about them. If I'm standing for righteousness and all this, and then let's just say, for example, if some of my family members are kind of ignorant to what I'm talking about right now and they don't agree with it, I still love them. They still love me, but they would tell you, even if they try to change and nope. Even if they would, even though it didn't happen, it won't happen. I'm just giving you an example. If they were to say to me, well, we don't want Ty coming to the family reunion because of his political views, I don't have to come. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, they kicked me out the family reunion. I don't know what I'm going to do now, dog. When it comes to being on the righteousness side of God and the righteousness and the oracles of our Constitution, I do not care what anybody thinks of me. What I care about is the truth. I care about the truth. And that's why that book says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. But what people get confused on is that they expect me to tell you the truth, thinking that that's going to be you think if I tell you the truth, you think that's going to make you free. No, understand this. Let me slow down. If I tell you, the listening audience, if I tell you the truth, that doesn't make or set you free. You want to know why? Because the Bible says you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. That means it's going to take you to have to go and know the truth. In other words, you're going to have to go and research yourself. You're going to have to go and end up getting the revelation yourself, because when you do, it becomes a part of you, and then it opens your mind up to all sorts of things. And that, friend, is what makes you free. You're no longer bound by what you hear on YouTube or what you hear in the mainstream media. You're not bound by all this crazy nonsense like what the New Mexico mayor tried to do. The New Mexico governor, what she tried to do. See what I'm saying? If you didn't know the truth, then you can be bound by what she said. Because there's some people that instantly got scared and said, well, I'm not going to conceal carry then. I'm going to leave my gun at home because the governor said we can't do it no more, y'all. Now what we going to do? You can still carry. She can't go against the Constitution. Well, that's not what she said. What does the Constitution say? But I mean, no. That's how I know you don't know the truth. You have to know it. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. I'm telling y'all, because we're going to look, I'm not a prophet or anything like that, but I'm telling you, they're going to keep on testing us, especially when it's getting ready to come to what we're getting ready to go into now. We're getting ready to go into the fall and the winter season. We're getting ready to go into a season where we know that sickness and stuff is going to go around, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we come back. You're listening to Cities 92.9, the news and talk of Bloomington Normal. Be right back.
You got Andrea on the line for the next segment if you'd like.
Cool. Appreciate you guys all being in here again. Don't forget, hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button right now. Don't forget, go over there and check out my guy Kev over at Speechless. Go check out his channel right now. If you have not subscribed to his channel, we are on break right now, which means all you have to do is click on another tab, go over to click on the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. He is going to be on tomorrow at what time, Kev?
Tomorrow 3 to 5. I also have a video scheduled to be posted at 5:15 today. So right after Ty's show, you can go over there and watch that if you'd like.
And if y'all don't know this, there is a feature on YouTube. Now, when I tell you guys hit the subscribe button and then I say hit the bell notification, that's not all you have to do. I've been talking with YouTube. YouTube also says that in your phone, if you have a phone, you also have to turn on notifications from YouTube in order to get notified when I go live or if Kev go live.
And actually, right now, if everyone in here were to go subscribe, I would hit my 1,000 subscriber goal. So,
man, 146 people in here right now can go, which I'm going to keep it real, though. I know probably for a fact that maybe 30 of those
some of those are
YouTube.
probably all right. Well,
YouTube.
But some of them are probably already subscribed too, which I love you guys. But if everyone right now, if everyone was a new subscriber and you went to subscribe right now, I did 1,000 subscribers and I would be very happy about it.
Nice. Go over there and subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube, y'all bots and all that, y'all can go do it too. Y'all can go over there too. Maybe y'all can start to do a little shadow banning of him too. No, don't shadow ban him yet.
Let me make a little bit of money.
Right. Shoot all the arrows at me, YouTube.
All right, you're coming back.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is area code 309-451-9299, and you can text the show at that same number. And if you want to, go over onto YouTube and type in Modern Renaissance Man, and you will see a thumbnail of me, and the title will be President Donald Trump Cannot Save America. Find out who can. And when you click on that thumbnail, you will see me looking at you and you looking at me, and we're having a good looking time. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So before we took the break, you guys heard me going in about this whole deal about, and all I'm doing is simply trying to get a lot of us Americans to not simply just be able to see the evilness that's going on, but to wake up and understand your rights as a citizen. You have to understand it, because if you don't understand what your rights are, they can be taken from you. Ladies and gentlemen, even right now, I know, I'm sorry, y'all. I know we have a call on line, but caller, please stay patient with me. I know you can hear me. Please stay patient, because when I get on these rants like this, I got to get it out or I'm going to explode. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about your rights, tell me what's going on in California. You don't even have a right over your child anymore. I would be in jail. How would you be in jail? I don't care who you are. My son is a boy. My other son is a boy. If he goes to school and the school tries to push an ideology on him and then tries to confuse my son, I'm going to still, boy, you a boy. You a boy. You got a ding-a-ling. You stand up and you pee with it. You a boy. You see those things right there? Yeah. That's called your scrotum. Yeah, that makes you a boy. If one of y'all teachers was to try to call me up to have a parent-teachers conference, you better bring security with you, because I'm going to go off on you. I wish you would try to tell me to tell my son, and you trying to confuse him. And then, oh, my God, California is talking about taking your kids. Your kids. How did this happen? I do not give a good goddamn don't care what they dang on pass there in California. You will not come. I will be going to jail. I will kiss my wife. I will tell her I love her so much, and I will let her know you probably going to get the kids back, but you may not get me back. What you talking about? If they come to my house, I'm going to warn them to get off of my property. If they don't, they're going to be met with, yeah, y'all guessed it. Yes, put me on the news. This father is being arrested right now because they tried to show up and take his children because he wouldn't affirm their gender, blah, 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 blah. He warned them to go off the property and they wouldn't, so he shot at them. Yes. I didn't say with what, in case y'all try to get me, YouTube. I'm talking about like a water gun. I'm talking about a super soaker, YouTube. I will spray them with my water gun, YouTube. That's what I would do. Again, the reason why they are testing you and I is because they are hoping and relying on you being ignorant to your rights. They're praying that you don't understand your rights. And before we took the break, I was going in and telling you guys how you're going to be tested again. I was saying I'm not no prophet or anything like that, but I'm just only observing what I see being done every winter or every election. They are getting ready to try to bring in those mandates again. It's already happening. But before I switch subjects on that, we do have a caller that's on the line. I'm able to take their call right now. Caller, you're listening to Cities 92.9. This is Ty.
Hey, Ty, it's Andrea.
Hey, sis, how you doing?
Oh, my God, you're speaking my language and preaching so good today, Ty. I just love it.
I appreciate it. Absolutely appreciate it, sis.
And you know what? What you're saying is the thing that most people don't want to hear. Because if you're telling people Donald Trump, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody is coming to save you. Not Donald Trump, not any politician. Nobody. Nobody's coming to save you. And these people have been able to do what they've done because Americans have tolerated it. You're tolerating it. You are tolerating tyranny. You are tolerating it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they count on. They count on you being afraid that you're going to lose your friends, you're going to lose your job, you're going to lose this, you're going to lose that. Well, you know what? If you lose your freedom, you are going to be in for a far more miserable existence. And I love my country and I love the American people. But at some point, you have to take responsibility because you are only as free as you decide to be. And the hardest thing for me to watch is for Americans, proud Americans, to cower to tyrants. To cower to tyrants. Our founding fathers are rolling over in their graves right now. They are rolling over in their graves. Listen, I want everybody in America to live a beautiful life. I want every American to have the life that they want. But half of having the life that you want is being willing to take some action to get the life that you want. Because you know what's going to happen? If these tyrants seize power, your children's lives are going to be absolutely miserable. And that's what you're giving up. And I don't have children, but I'm willing to fight for it.
That's 100. Absolutely 100. Go ahead.
I told Kev what I did during the last lockdown, and people were shocked and appalled by it. I went to the grocery store during the lockdown when they had mask mandates, right? I noped out of the whole buffoonery as soon as there were riots. That's when I was like, nope, I'm out. Death tickers, riots, I'm done. Nope. I went to the grocery store. I shopped in the store, put my stuff on the conveyor belt. The cashier run my order through. She refused to let me pay and leave because I did not have on a mask. She refused. It got heated. The manager came over. It got even more heated. At one point, the manager kind of like grabbed me by my arm and pulled me over towards her office because, you know what? When you're starting to talk about eliminating my rights, and you're talking about trying to find out why I'm not wearing a mask, which is a HIPAA violation, you know what? You have just unleashed a part of me that most people do not see. So she pulled me in the office. I called the sheriff. I filed the report. I went home and thought to myself, how do I get this to stop? And this is how I did it. And it's going to sound vicious and I'm going to sound like a psychopath, but I 100% do not regret it. I found a lawyer. I did not sue the store. I sued the cashier and I sued the manager personally. And I had them served at work. So when those papers got served, a literal wave went through that store where the other workers thought, wait, what do you mean? I could get sued now? And I went through with the lawsuit and I don't regret it at all. And you know what happened? There was such a backlash from what I did, which was my complete and full intention, that the "you must wear a mask" signs came down right after those lawsuits got served. Those mask mandates came down, and then not only did it come down in the store that I shopped at, it came down in the surrounding stores. It's called consequences. I used the leverage that I had to gain the results that I want. It sounds vicious. It sounds heartless. It sounds cruel. But you know what? You can't, there's no more nice. There's no more negotiating with these people. There's not.
I 100% love that story, Andrea. I absolutely, Andrea, I appreciate you calling in and giving that story right there. I'm going to elaborate a little off of that. I really do appreciate you doing that, sis. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming up on a break here at Season 92.9. We'll check you in a little bit. Hey, Andrea, if you are still in here, sis, I did know that
Bloomington Normal's most complete radio news starts now with Fox Radio News on Cities 92.9, WRBW, Colfax, Bloomington Normal. It's 4 o'clock.
We didn't do this.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton survives. I'm Ted Lindner, Fox News. Embattled Texas Attorney General Paxton acquitted today of charges of corruption, bribery, and abuse of power. The Texas State Senate voting to clear him, which allows him to reclaim his role as the state's top lawyer. He'd been accused of using his office to protect a donor. Paxton, though, still facing a trial on felony securities fraud charges and remains under a separate FBI investigation. National Weather Service still warning of strong rip currents for New England as what was Hurricane Lee makes its way up through Nova Scotia. Tens of thousands of people in Maine lost power.
Oh, I think I accidentally had the, I think I had the ads. I think I had the ads on. Sorry, see, that's another reason why I never play your music. That's another reason why I never play your music either, Ty, is because if I play your music, then I forget to turn that off, then all they hear is ads. Like what just happened. Sorry, guys. That's my fault.
Yeah, we're just letting you know, Andrea, that the commercial initiator kicked in while we were on, and the time made it seem like we had some time left, but I guess the computer generated its own commercial, so don't want you to feel like we cut you off. The computer actually did it. But no, you ended right on a good note, though. I'm going to hit on that whenever you come back, too, whenever we come back. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, we didn't have water in here for quite a while, so I went out and just bought my own case the other day.
We need to have a thing up here, which I wouldn't care if we just had like I don't know if we did, or who else uses studios besides you and I and Kat?
DPB.
David? Okay. Because I said one time, I'm like, hey, we can just get a little jar in here. We all can just I'll throw a $5 or something in there.
Yeah, shouldn't even that shouldn't even be it either. Because like
city should provide it.
Yeah, I mean, it's look, I went and got this case of water for literally $5, less than $5 at Kroger. Like it was fine. Like nobody, like they should be able to go and
Easily.
I'm not airing our dirty laundry though right now.
Not at all. Jack Cavs, whiskey, and pinto beans said, I wish people would start talking like rationalism versus empiricism. Now, rationalism has taken over. It's a huge problem in society as elitists are pure 100% rationalists. We need a balance. It's a good point. Again, I appreciate you guys all being in here. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button so that this video. Don't forget to go check out Kev over at Speechless with Kev Ferris. Check him out. He's going to be on tomorrow between what time?
Tomorrow's 3 to 5 live. I got 2 videos that are going to be posted tonight. One at 5:15. So right after Ty's show, I give you time for a bathroom break, and then you can come right back and watch on my channel.
And what I'll try to do, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when he does go live tomorrow, I'm going to pull it up on my stream and bring it up on his so you guys can watch it there.
You can, but make sure that you still subscribe to my channel because I have obviously content that goes up that Ty doesn't always put on his. So
yep, one way y'all can get other info if I'm not posting something. So, and trust me, he and Kat do a whole lot of more stuff when it comes to that than I do.
I'm excited. My show tomorrow is going to be, we're going to talk about the impeachment inquiry. I also had a great interaction with an Uber driver yesterday. It's going to be like a 10 minutes of my show tomorrow. It's going to be talking about my interaction with my Uber driver. No, he's from West Africa. Moved here 30 years ago. Talked to me for like the 10-15 minute drive about the American dream and how he's living it, but it's going to be destroyed if Joe Biden stays in office. So like, and this is a West African immigrant, and he was just a fascinating individual. So
nice.
And he went on Republicans too, though. He was like, there's a lot of dumb Republicans out there that only are out to serve themselves. He was a really smart guy. I liked him. But yeah, so there, but it's a longer story. And so we're going to talk about that tomorrow on my show.
Nice.
Because those are your average people. Like those are the people that when you talked earlier about the people that can actually make a difference, it's people like that guy, Ozzy, and my Uber driver, or any of you guys in the comments. You guys are the ones that can make the difference.
Plain and simple. Andrea, that is a prime example. That's what I'm talking. I love that story, Andrea. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah, because I did one of my live streams like 2 weeks ago was called "Do Not Comply." Facebook wouldn't let me do my whole title for it was "Do Not Comply: COVID Part 2 Election Boogaloo."
You can't hear me?
They should be able to hear you.
Oh shoot! I don't know how this happened. What about now? Can y'all hear me now?
They should be able to hear you. Let me check.
Can y'all hear me now? My mute thing was off.
Well, on this one, this computer should be muted because you should be coming in through that microphone. Which that is not connected to this. That's connected to this.
What about now? Can y'all hear me now?
It might be that singular person. You were fine, Ty. Everyone seems to be able to hear you. Sounds like it was a...
Oh, okay. So maybe she was delayed.
Yeah, something like that.
We're going to be starting here in a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. I'll come back and hit on this again. If our guy come in, I'll talk with him if he does. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You're coming back here now.
With Ty Smith.
What is going on, Bloomington Normal? I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. Phone number here is area code 309-451-9299. Come and check me out on YouTube by going onto YouTube and typing in Modern Renaissance Man. And when you do, you will see a thumbnail that says President Donald Trump cannot save America. Find out who can, right? And I knew that was going to cause a lot of people to kind of get like, wait a minute, what's going on here? But if you've been listening to the show, you see that things have been hot. And a prime example of what I'm talking about is who I just got off the line with, Miss Andrea Viola. If you guys weren't listening, This lady, 100% is what I'm talking about. She literally is the prime example of what every last law-abiding American should be doing. She went and tried to get groceries. She didn't put a mask on, and they tried to tell her they tried to tell this woman she can't pay for her groceries because she wouldn't put a mask on. She went through the store. I don't know how many items you grabbed, Miss Andrea. It don't even matter. She went through the store without a mask on, grabbing her items, and then when she went to go check out, they had the nerve to tell her that she can't pay for her food because she wouldn't wear a mask. Get you this, because I love it. Andrea, you such a nice lady, because she said she did something that was vicious in her opinion. I'm waiting on her. What'd she do? She said, for one, when the manager physically grabbed her and tried to pull her off to the side, I'm thinking like, what's coming next? But then Andrea said she went into the office, whatever happened, blah, blah, blah. Andrea came back and she didn't sue the store, she said. She said she sued the cashier and she sued the manager person, and they got served on their job. If that's not a freaking mic drop moment, I love that for so many reasons, Andrea. And the reason why I love that so much, she got them served while they were on the job. Y'all, you know how great, how is this not like, hey, Andrea, I don't know how shy you are, but I'm going to try to get this stuff sent to like some folks I know, like Candace, Brandon Tatum. I'm going to try to get that sent to them if you will be willing to talk to them, if I'm able to, I'm just saying, because I love that story. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. She said that after she served them on their job, all of a sudden, those papers came down, talking about mask requirements and all that. She said the papers came down, not just in that store, but in other stores. So word got around like, hey, you know that you can be sued on an individual basis if you do this, right? She sued them. That is beautiful. Now, here's the thing I love about it too, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the things I love about what she did as well. Can you imagine what the other employees were thinking when they saw their co-workers getting served papers? Can you imagine? Oh, shoot, they coming up here getting served papers. What they do? Well, I hope I didn't do it too. Well, I told this. Now, can you imagine what Andrea, oh my God, I wish I would have known this way back then. Because I would have encouraged everybody in that whole town to do the same exact thing if other grocery stores did that to other individuals. Y'all could have came together and sued all these folks on an individual basis like Andrea did. That is absolutely 100% what I'm talking about when I say Donald Trump can't save America. Find out who can. It's people like Andrea. It's people like you, the listeners. People like me. It's people like that mother who went and sued the people trying to teach her kids CRT. It's individuals like some fathers I know of that told me, and they emailed me telling me they sued the schools because the school has those crazy pornographic books in there. But see, y'all don't know that this is happening because mainstream media is not going to show you. All they're going to show you is if all this stuff is going on. They're not showing y'all what we, the people, are doing. They're putting in front of your face what they want you to eat, what they want you to see, what they want you to ingest. And I can tell that you guys are ingesting it based off of our conversations. When I have conversations with a lot of individuals, I'm having conversations on how we are winning in life, winning in marriage, winning in family, winning in raising our kids, winning in tearing down all these crazy principalities and crazy stuff that's going on within the church, winning with what we're doing in our local cities. That's what I'm talking about. You hear what happened? What? Man, it said the war in Ukraine. Look, no, I'm not about to talk about Ukraine right now. I'm talking about what's going on in America right now. What can we do to make this thing better? How can we fight? Do y'all know lawyers? Do y'all know? I'm talking to folks. This is the beauty of doing this. I have people I know that are in almost every profession. And I go and I get ideas. Shout out to Tom DeVore, awesome lawyer here in Illinois who sued Governor Pritzker. Now, speaking of which, that leads me to my next topic, because this waiting to have a heart attack, morbid obese man has the nerve. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me, Illinois, Bloomington. Y'all need to listen to this. They're trying to infringe on us too. What are you talking about, Ty? Governor Pritzker is trying to have it to where we already got to do something stupid in Illinois called getting a FOID card. And then we got to get a concealed carry permit. And now, guess what they want to do? Governor Pritzker's want to sign into law on October that we are going to have to register our guns and the magazines and any type of attachments or modifications we have on those weapons. See what I'm saying? Here we go again. And see what somebody like me, I'm not, oh man, Governor Pritzker them is trying to take away our rights. He's trying to go against our Second Amendment. You know what I'm doing? Tom DeVore, what we gonna do? You know what I'm doing? Other lawyers, what we getting ready to do about this? Other people that are in law that has something to do with this, what are we getting ready to do about this? How can we go about this? Let's make it public. Where's he at? I'll go and talk to him. He won't do it. Governor Pritzker, would you want to talk to me? I'm a black person, you know, the one you care so much about. You care for the blacks. I'm one of them. Oh, you don't want to talk to the one that got some knowledge, right? You don't want to talk to the ones that have a brain. You want to just keep on pushing the same narrative that a lot of Democrats push anyway. Just push things out there. How's that working right now? Chicago, how's that working right now? You heard that right. See, yeah, Governor Pritzker right now is wanting every last person in Illinois. If you have your FOID card, which is stupid, and you have your concealed carry permit, now they want you to register all your weapons and any type of magazines you have with the weapons. God dang, pretty soon they're going to want the dang on serial number on the back of the bullet case. Want us to register that. And you know what's getting even crazy about that? I told y'all, I don't care. I'm not just going to show y'all I'm not for either side. I'm about righteousness. Republicans, I don't hear anything in Illinois coming out of y'all mouth. I'm not going to say some of y'all names. I like y'all, respect a lot of y'all very well, but what I'm saying, from these last conversations that we've been having, not one of y'all brought that up. And that's why I talk about, and that's what I've said before, Republicans, y'all are some of the weakest people in this game. Y'all do a whole lot of talking. See, I'm keeping it real with you guys. Yes, yes, you get to see some hood come out a little bit. And what I'm saying by that, where I come from in the streets, we don't get bullied. I say this all the time. That was not allowed in my family. Shout out to the Smiths, the D-Berries, the Joneses, the Jarretts. We weren't allowed to if we got bullied, we got in trouble by our own family. If our family found out that we were being bullied, we end up getting in trouble for letting the bullies bully us, and we didn't do nothing about it. They made us as young kids. So that stuff would happen. We had to sit there and wrestle our older cousins. Even though we knew we couldn't win, the whole point was by me wrestling my older cousin, or we put on boxing gloves, we boxed our older cousin. The reason why they had us do that, it's not because, oh, that's abuse. Oh, look, they was training you guys to just beat. No, they weren't. They were training us to defend ourselves. In other words, we learned how to fight. But the issue that I have with a lot of people that are in politics is, I'm just being real on the Republican side, a lot of y'all never had to fight. And it's proved right now to a lot of people in politics right now. Look at a lot of people that we see on the right. They talk, but they do not know how to fight. Why is it the Democrats can come out and just completely just knock us upside the head? Then we complain, look what the Dems are doing. You never hear that about Republicans, do you? Now I'm gonna shout them out. I'm gonna shout them out. I will say this. I do see DeSantis in Florida. He does do something. And once he's done it, he'll come out and talk about, this is what I'm done, and this is what I'm doing, and I'm about to sign that right now. So I got to give a shout out. I give credit where credit is due. But I'm talking about the ones here in Illinois. What exactly do y'all plan on doing about this? I'm calling every last one of y'all out that I've shaken hands with. What are y'all going to do about this? This man is saying that we got to sit there and register our weapons. And here's the kicker. If you don't do it, ladies and gentlemen, you can get a warning. If you don't do it again, you can end up getting fined. And if you don't do it again, it can be a complete felony on your record. All for the sake of you not registering your weapon, law-abiding citizens. Again, law-abiding good American patriots are being damned while criminals can do what they want to. More of the show when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. You listen to Cities 92.9, the news will talk of Bloomington Normal. Woo! Yeah, y'all see what I'm talking about? This is crazy. Unconventional. Yeah, appreciate that, sis. A lot of people, this one of them things that a lot of them didn't even know. He's trying to do it under the rug. Atomic Tobacco. Hey, I really appreciate you. Tabasco, I appreciate you doing it. You at work trying to listen. I really appreciate you even tuning in. Again, everybody else, make sure y'all hit that like button. So the video can be circulated. Appreciate that. For those of you who are texting me, the Cash App is Modern Renaissance Man. That's it. The Cash App is Modern Renaissance Man. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here, area code 309-451-9299. And you can text the show at that same number. Also, if you would like to see me live in the studio where I can interact with you and you interact with me via YouTube, go on to YouTube, type in Modern Renaissance Man. You will see a thumbnail that says, Breaking, President Donald Trump cannot save America. Find out who can, and hot topics across America. And before we took the break, you guys heard me going in on our governor right now in Illinois. What we have, we got 3: Florida, Illinois, and Missouri. But I'm talking about the one here in Illinois. The one here in Illinois, Governor Pritzker, is pinching into law October the 1st that he is wanting to have all you law-abiding citizens of Illinois register your gun and your magazines and any type of modifications you have on there. And if you don't, it can pretty much lead up to a felony. You would have that on record. Now, how strong that would be enforced, I do not know. But my thing is, this is one of the things where I tell y'all, see, I'm strange. I guess that's why the Lord probably led me into kind of coming over into this world of y'all's. I was just busy living my life, doing my own thing. I didn't even care about politics. I would tell people, I don't care about politics. I care about people ticks. But when it got to a point to where things started to affect my life, what do you mean by that, Ty? When a lot of you lunatics started to try to come up into our church with y'all rhetoric, that's what happened. Y'all just poked the wrong, you know what people say, you poked the sleeping giant? That's what y'all did. I was just letting y'all do y'all thing, y'all politics. I was letting y'all do whatever y'all did. I didn't even care about y'all. To me, y'all were no different than the gangs I grew up with around Chicago and Central Illinois. Y'all were like the GDs and the VLs. Y'all were y'all like the Bloods and the Crips. Y'all even got the same colors as the Bloods and the Crips. You got red, you got blue. Y'all got y'all handshakes just like the gangs do and everything. That's all I thought about y'all last. I didn't even care. I didn't care until you guys came over into my world trying to tell me what to do in my world when it comes to being a Christian. When y'all try to come into our church and tell us we can't teach and preach against homosexuality. See, we were just minding our business, being good Christians, following after the Lord. But then y'all just had to come into our church and try to tell us what to do. But then y'all found out real quick, our church is not owned or ran by the government. Our church is not owned or ran by any church organization. But what y'all messed up on is y'all poked the wrong person, because now guess what? I'm coming into y'all world now and y'all can't stand it. Now look, I told you I'm talking on both sides. I'm talking both sides. I do not care because I'm about righteousness. When you in the secular political world tries to come and PC our church, then guess what? I'm coming into your world and I'm going to try to completely clean your world through righteousness through Christ, whether you like it or not too. And guess what? The kingdom that I'm a part of is way bigger than any left or way bigger than any right. The kingdom that I'm a part of, it's about righteousness and truth. And guess what? Lies and deceit goes on both sides. Uh-oh, I know y'all. I told y'all, y'all thought I was joking when I told y'all I'm not for the left, I'm not for the right. I am for the up. And in order for us to get this thing together and get America on straight street, then guess what? Go back to what the foundations of America was all about, and you will find that it was all about and centered around God. Bet me $10,000 on it. I will bet, man, y'all just don't know. I will bet any of y'all $10,000 you will not be able to find. I will show you through the books and through their own bibliographies and through own documents that they wrote on. The forefathers of this nation were about God, centered around God. The Constitution was written through fasting and prayer. Did y'all know that? Did you know that every time they even came together, they prayed? And not only was it wasn't just the forefathers that prayed, it was the town, the people. That's why this document is so great. That's why this document is divinely inspired, whether you want to believe it or not. Well, it don't include black people. It don't. Yes, it did. Look, I'm told you, once I get a hold of truth, I get on it and I'm on it. I don't care what you say. You can either get pissed off and get mad and try to say you're wrong, but prove me wrong. Prove me wrong through research and through your facts, through your statistics, but you won't be able to. Well, the forefathers were all racist, though. No, they were not. Of the 56 of them, I think only 15 were. 15 had slaves out of all 56 of them. But we're going to put that on all of them? This is the stuff I'm talking about. Oh, it wasn't written for black people or colored people. And then why is it that a lot of the forefathers went to black ministers and white ministers to help them put this stuff into play? But y'all don't know that. Why? Because you need to go and know the truth. Don't believe what I'm saying, folks. Don't believe what I'm saying to y'all. Go and look. A person that's telling y'all the truth, they have nothing to hide. I'm telling you guys, go and research this stuff. Go and look it up. A place that I would definitely lead y'all to was Wall Builders. Go to Wall Builders. They got stuff on there that's so rich in history. Now, when somebody say, oh, all the forefathers were slaves, when you see something like that, then you go and see what the forefathers have in their own writings, their own handwriting. Their own handwriting is saying, I've never owned a slave in my life. Their own handwriting is saying slavery is a great evil. Our forefathers are writing this. But these dang old people who think that y'all are so stupid that they can tell y'all anything, y'all will believe it and go out and run and start preaching it too. All the forefathers were racist. No, they were not. Prove me wrong. Well, how are you going to prove me wrong? Go pull up their bibliographies. Go pull up their autobiographies and prove me wrong and show me how all the forefathers were racist. How did you get off on this? Because it's all about the fact that I told you, I am about the truth. And the reason why I say that is because I told y'all might be listening right now. I'm not going to call y'all names out. I know we shake hands, we hug and all that. But what I'm saying right now, to my Republican people who are in politics, y'all know who y'all are. I'm not saying y'all name. What are y'all going to do about this? What do y'all plan to do about this? Because I'm going to ask you when I see you again. And we do have an event coming up. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? We have an event coming up that Ty Smith is going to be emceeing. The Lincoln Reagan event. Yeah, your boy's going to be emceeing. And this is not no joke. I'm telling you the truth. I'm real. Y'all should know it by now. I'm not just going to shake your hand. I'm not just going to take a basic political answer from you either. What are you going to do about this? Well, we have to stand up. No, I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hear the basic. We have to stand up. We have to say enough. No, what are you going to do? What do you plan to do? If you can't give me an answer, it's going to let me know either something is going on behind closed doors where you might be getting slipped something to shut your mouth on it. I don't know, but I'm going to press you about it. And if I smell bull crap, I'm going to call bull crap. I'm going to say you fake. Oh, Ty, you're such a great guy. I told you, I don't fall for that stuff. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I want to know the truth. I want to know what we're going to do because I wanted this for the betterment of the people. That's what it's supposed to be about. But too many people on both sides, all they care about is making a name for themselves, making a life for themselves, but not really caring about the people. I can tell you this. One side seems to be more organized than the other one. The other side seems to be more organized in the evil plans they're carrying out. But whoever's supposed to be about the right side, why aren't y'all organized about carrying out righteousness since you're supposed to be about righteousness? Is it possible that you too are just a pawn there? Are you a rhino? Uh-oh, I know it's getting hot now, ain't it? It's getting hot now, isn't it? Bloomington Normal that's listening right now. The reason why a lot of you, I'm just telling y'all, based off conversations I've had with you guys throughout the weeks, ones I've met in Walmart, at these places I speak in at, the reason why you guys have the spirit of defeat is because you're showing me you have no trust. You have no confidence in the ones you elected into the positions that they are in. When we get to a point to where I'm going around and I'm knocking on your door and I'm asking you for your vote, I'm legitimately and I will sincerely be doing that because all I have in mind is the betterment of you. I did what I needed to do. I got through all crazy times in my life. I did what I needed to do to get where I'm at right now. And serving the people, I'm telling you right now, there is no, to me, in my opinion, in Ty's opinion, there is no better thing in life than serving people, than helping people, than watching people grow, watching people getting healthier, watching people succeed. It's no better feeling to me in the world. And I really get that, and I feel that a lot of that comes from God. Not just what I do. I'm talking about Jesus himself. Notice what happened when Jesus came on this earth, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, here you go. I told you, I don't care. Get mad. Y'all never should have came into our world. We were doing fine in our church and Christians. Y'all came in there with y'all PC stuff. Now I'm jumping into y'all world. And yes, I'm going to talk about Christ. You don't want to hear it, you can easily turn your radio off. So get ready to hear it because I'm going to talk about him whenever we come back after this break. You're listening to Cities 92.9, the News and Talk of Bloomington Normal. Yeah, guillotine, I seen that nonsense. A tent, a winterized tent, shows them how much what else can they do? But you know what's interesting? Before all those migrants came over and came up into the Chicago area and started flooding like that, they weren't even trying to have these so-called tents for the homeless people that were there. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, folks, if you haven't did it yet. Really appreciate it if you would do that to be able to push this channel out. And again, to the ones that sent the Cash App, I really appreciate it. God bless you. Let's see. Melanie with the Cash App, God bless you. I really do appreciate that. Rio with the Cash App, God bless you. Really appreciate that. Tank, Tank, keep it up, man. Love your stuff. Really appreciate it with the Cash App. God bless you. Really appreciate it. Dean Lou. I don't know what this. Dean Lou. Appreciate the Cash App. Says, I love your energy and what you bring. You need to run for office. You never know. You never know. Appreciate the Cash App though. God bless for that. William Lynn, hey, it's the truth, man. Y'all about to give me an aneurysm. I'm going in on this. It's crazy.
You got about 2 minutes, a little less than that.
2?
Yep.
Cool. Walter, Ty, you are not a member of a denomination. You are not a member of a human organization. You're a member of that blood-bought, spirit-filled, heaven-bound, hell-proof church that you read about in the New Testament. 100. You pretty much hit it. Our church is definitely not none of those things you just mentioned. That's exactly what our church is now. Ty, if you get in office in Illinois, I may move back. I'm in Florida now. Mandy, awesome. And we have a spot there too. PC. Said Chicago is low key like San Fran. Yeah, I don't yeah, you I think San Fran might have Chi-Town beat a little bit though, when a lot of stuff they got going on there. We don't see, I don't think there's a spot in Chi-Town where there's like a Skid Row. Unconventional. Appreciate your support, sis. Says Godspeed, Ty. Really appreciate you, sis.
20 seconds.
I'm not running for office. I'm running for my life. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. We never know, Stephanie. We'll see. What is going on, Bloomington Normal? We are back here at Cities 92.9. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is area code 309-451-9299, and you can text the show at area code 309-451-9299. If you would like to see me live in the studio being very animated, you can go over to YouTube, type in Modern Renaissance Man, and you will see me in the studio looking at you and you looking at me, and we will have a good-looking time. All right, folks, so before we took the break, you guys heard me really going in about the current situation that I've been explaining for the past hour regarding America, regarding Trump not being able to save America, but also putting it on you, the people, or we, the people. And I was saying how before I got into this realm of knowing what was going on in politics, I never cared about politics. Those that follow me on YouTube would tell you. There's videos I have even as much as 3 years ago. If you watch live videos that I've done over 3 years ago, you will see me say constantly, I do not get into politics. When people try to go on my channel and they try to talk politics, I say, nope, we're not doing that here because you know why? This was amazing. People that follow my channel will tell you, I would say, I do not get into politics because I don't know anything about politics. Therefore, I'm not going to talk about it. I wouldn't care if people came on my channel and they start saying, hey, Ty, you know what they're trying to do? I'm like, look, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not into politics, so I'm not going to talk about this in my live. It's kind of like what we do up here. You know, Kev had to keep on telling some of these idiots that call up here. I could be talking about a particular subject. Let's just say the subject was about chicken. Someone will call up here and say, I want to talk to Ty about grass. Kev's like, look, Ty is talking about chicken right now. Why are you talking about grass? I want to let him know that every blade of grass has something to go through called glycolysis. And he's like, dude, that has nothing to do with Ty talking about chicken.
I wouldn't even let it. I would just hang up by that point. I would just hang up.
So
it's not even worth my time anymore. I just hang up on it.
All right. So my point is, folks, is that's what we're saying right here.
I don't like having my time wasted.
No.
I don't think most people don't. But when people waste my time, I take it personally.
He's just like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, I have a vendetta against those people.
But the point is, folks, is that I was just on my channel over 3 years ago. I did not talk about anything politically related because I was ignorant to politics. Now, what ended up happening, I went down the rabbit hole of learning and knowing about politics when it comes to legislation, et cetera, because the political world tried to make their way into our church and told us what they thought they were going to be able to tell our church what we were going to be able to preach and teach. And they got a rude awakening. We was like, nope, we're going to say homosexuality is still a sin according to the Bible that we read and what we believe. We're going to continue to say that if a person performs sexual acts with an animal, we're going to say that's bestiality and that is a sin. We're going to continue to teach that in our church, right? So now, because y'all try to come and tell us to be PC, if y'all don't know what PC means, I'm not saying it to be condescending, but PC means politically correct. If guys try to come into our church and try to make us be politically correct, well, guess what? Y'all are the ones open that door for somebody like Ty Smith to actually venture out and come into y'all world. So what I was telling you guys is that I have a huge love for seeing human beings do well. I do. And I was telling you guys before we took the break that I was going to talk about Jesus. And there's a reason why. And I'm not saying all this stuff because I'm trying to get y'all saved or nothing like that. I'm not trying to say what I'm getting ready to say right now to knock at your door and say, hey, you know that Jesus, I'm not doing that right now. What I'm doing is I'm just getting ready to tell you guys about him a little bit and why I feel that what I do is so relatable to him. Because let me tell y'all something. When Jesus came and walked this earth, you don't have to go and read the Bible, but if you don't believe me, go and look at it. When you see what Jesus did when he came and walked this earth, the number one thing that Jesus did was serve the people. Jesus literally came. I know for us that's been, for some of you that been pretty much, I hate to use the word indoctrinated, but yeah, it's pretty much it. For those of you that's been indoctrinated in such a way when it comes to Jesus, that all you know is that Jesus died for the sins of the world. He died at the cross. He was wounded for our transgression. We know all that, but what I'm talking about, I'm different. I looked at what Jesus actually did. I'm one of those people to ask questions when I read that Bible. For example, y'all ever thought about this? I'm gonna just hit y'all with something real quick and I'll get back on the subject. I always get told this. They say, when I was in Bible study one time, and I threw my teacher off. They were talking about the miracles that Jesus performed, and what we had to do, we had to test on it. It said, what was the first miracle that Jesus performed? So you that are listening right now, that are on YouTube, you guys all can answer this question. What was the first miracle that Jesus performed? Okay? I want y'all to think about that a little bit. What was the first miracle that Jesus performed? Now, some of you are getting ready to give me an answer. I already know what it's going to be. Everybody most likely is going to say the first miracle that Jesus performed was he turned water into wine. Now, my teacher told me that in Bible study, and I said, wait a minute. How do you know that? He was like, because the Bible says it. And me being me, I said, well, where does it say it at? He gave me it. He said, it says it right here. And he turned water into wine. I said, wait a minute, but let me see what happened before that. So there was a wedding going on, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all don't know this, in the Bible. There was a wedding that was going on, and this is what I read. There was a wedding going on. And they were all happy and doing their thing, but then they ran out of wine. So Jesus' mother pretty much like, hey, they don't have no wine here. So Jesus went over and turned the water into wine. So I was like, whoa, time out. There's some details missing here. This is how Ty Smith minds works. This is how my mind works. And this is how a lot of y'all minds should work. See, I just can't get told an answer and don't know why the answer is what it is. I have to know why the answer is what it is. So how is it? I said, wait a minute. That's the first miracle he performed. I said, I don't believe that. There's no, it is. I said, how is it that the first miracle Jesus performed was wine? How did his mama know he can do it? Y'all follow me? This is me. How did Jesus' mom know that he would be able to do that? So that couldn't have been the first thing Jesus did. Now, I know it might not have been recorded in the Bible, but to me, and I'm standing on that, that ain't the first miracle Jesus did, y'all. It's not. It can't be. How did his mom know that he could do that? Jesus must have did some other stuff. I know Mary didn't write her own book or something like that talking about all the things that Jesus did, but I'm just saying, according to me, she must have knew that Jesus was special. He must have done some other stuff for her to trust and believe that he can do that.
Well, he was literally born from a virgin.
Well,
so I'd say that was probably one of the first miracles. Was the fact that somebody who did not have sex was the one who birthed him. And so I think that's kind of a miracle.
That's a good point right there.
Maybe he didn't perform it, but like he was just kind of involved. But I'd love to have been there for that conversation. Joseph finding out that Mary was pregnant. I know I'm getting you off. I'm getting you off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
That would be terrible. Like, so yeah, well, maybe we can ask that when it happens. So Joe, I don't know, for real, how did you really feel about that? You know, I mean, I know you probably looked around like, I don't know. There was some guys down there in he might have done something with Mary, no, I'm just playing. But no, y'all, that's what I'm talking about. These are the type of things I want y'all to think about. This is what I'm talking about. Don't just get told an answer. And then somebody say, now, what was the first miracle? And you say, Jesus turned water into wine. I want you to think about why you answered the way you did. Go back and find out, how do you know that? How do you know that's what he did? So what I'm saying therefore, folks, is this. The whole point of me saying is the reason why I was looking at Jesus' life is because when I seen that when Jesus got here, Jesus served. Jesus served. He was not here to try to make a name for himself. He literally came here to serve. He was healing people. He was teaching people. He was filled with so much wisdom. People just marveled at him. He was literally giving himself out. He had no agenda to try to go out there and say, I'm about to tell you, I'm about to make myself the Christ. And he didn't go out doing any of that. Jesus was doing things on a simple level that made people upset. Some people were getting upset. Why is he getting all the attention? Ain't that just Mary's son? Ain't that just Joseph's son? Ain't that the carpenter? Ain't that little boy that was born in the manger? That poor family? The dude that was born in the manger. Like their mom and them couldn't get a hotel. That dude, he doing what? Y'all follow me now. So what I'm saying is that you notice that what Jesus, once his name started getting out there, people started coming to him. But the question we need to ask is, why were they coming to him? Because people had enough belief in him that he would be able to help them. People had enough belief in Jesus that they felt that he would be able to heal their sickness. They had enough faith in him because they heard about him. People came from all over. One man said, look, this stuff that these people are saying about you, it must be true. I don't even need you to come to my house, but my daughter is sick. And I believe that you can do it. And Jesus said by the time you get home, your daughter going to be well. That's how much faith they had in Jesus. And the reason why they did is because Jesus not only spoke about himself and what he can do and what he came to do, they got to see Jesus actually do. They actually got to see him do it. But even on top of that, there were still some people that didn't believe it. Jesus became upset sometimes and said, look, if y'all don't believe in the words I'd say, can y'all at least believe in the works I'm doing? But the point is that I'm making to you guys is that there was a belief in him. He served, the people believed him so much because they expected him to do something about it. And the reason why I'm saying that to you and I is because what do you expect from your local governments? What do you expect from those that you voted in? And whatever it is that you expect from them and for them to do, I ask you, we the people of America, are they doing it? Are they doing it? Are they serving you like they claim they serve you? Now, I know everybody seems to be about their own little thoughts, beliefs, whatever like that, but I do know that a bunch of conservatives supposedly are Christian. A bunch of conservatives who are politicians, you guys are supposedly Christians. You follow after God, right? But again, if you follow after Christ and you seen what he did and you try to base your life off of his, and you try to match your life up to his, even though we can't really because we're not perfect. But the fact, are you doing what Christ did when he came here? Jesus himself said, the greatest among you shall be a servant. You're supposed to serve. Are your local politicians serving you? Are your local school boards serving you? The whole thing for the people, by the people. How's that working out for you right now, America? You somehow got deceived that government didn't make you feel like you better be privileged that they even considering doing anything for you. They have gotten y'all and they got y'all to forget y'all that they work for you. But we'll hit on that a little bit more after this break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt what you were
Oh, no,
on there,
you're
but
good.
I am still so like because somebody else was commenting about it too. I really would have liked to have been there for the conversation between Joseph and Mary, because Mary would have probably been like, Joseph, how we never done the deed. Joseph, yeah. Probably pretty pissed off about it.
I want, you know what? And then on top of that,
well, I'm pregnant.
Yeah, and I wonder, and here's the thing though, what's
and
crazy,
an angel visited me last night and made me pregnant.
and what's crazy though, you know what? Check this out, Kev. What's crazy though is that one thing people forget about too is that imagine since Mary and Joseph, if you follow their lineage of what they came from, they know the story. So imagine Joseph, like, there was a story back in Noah time where the angels came down and did stuff with women, and you telling me this angel came to you? And so I'm just saying, that's just like, so you telling me after all the flood and stuff happened, they got wiped away. You telling me an angel came and told you that you pregnant by God? But
Fernandez is in here in the comments. An angel came to Joseph in a dream. Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to have some fun. Come on, Fernandez. Let us have some fun with the story.
angel came, told me that you getting smashed. And no, I'm just playing. Can y'all imagine this? Can you imagine how it went? Even when Mary, no, don't forget, this came afterwards, though. This didn't come, Joseph didn't get told first. He was pissed. He was mad. His woman was spoiled.
You got 2 seconds. We're coming.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is area code 309-451-9299, and you can text the show at that same number. Also, if you would like to see me live in the studio, go over to YouTube, type in Modern Renaissance Man, where you can see me live in the studio interacting with you and you interacting with me. So before we took the break, ladies and gentlemen, I was going in this whole thing about Jesus and how he lived his life and what he came here to do. Is I'm not just talking about him dying on the cross and all that for the sins of the world. I'm talking about what Jesus did when he walked on this earth. Look at his lifestyle, what he did. Jesus came and he simply served the people. That's the biggest thing that I get that he died for our sins. I get that. But what I'm saying is this. Anyone that we the people, we put these people in place to serve us. They're in place to serve us. If the people that you voted and put in place is not serving you, you need to do something about it. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the ones who are not hearing y'all voices are the ones that a lot of you voted in place. I'll give you an example. Place I grew up in had some raising in Chicago. What's going on now in Chicago? Huh? What's going on now in Chicago? Now I know on these internet streets, people are like, how come they always use Chicago as an example? People don't look. I lived there before, okay? I lived there, got a ton of family that still live there. I don't know how or why. My brother was born there. What I'm saying is this. All these things that a lot of us so-called wanted, representation, hence we got a black man as a mayor in Chicago. How's that working out for us black folks? I mean, I could have told you how it was going to work out from the get-go because we had a black president, and what did he do for black people? But a white man did more for black people than the black man did. Yeah, you heard that right. A white man did more for black people than what a black man did.
Wait, Obama's black?
And we just now find out. Some of y'all not gonna get that Easter egg right there. But no, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Now, what's going on in Chicago right now? All this crying. Black people can't get this. We are oppressed. We're downtrodden. We're disenfranchised. We had a black president. Y'all had 2 black people in Chicago that are mayors. Mayor Lightfoot, she was black. Brandon Johnson right now is black. The news, especially the big news channels, are not showing you guys how ridiculous, pissed off Chicago is right now. I'm talking about now I'm just keeping it real. I'm talking about a lot of black people that live in Chicago that are law-abiding citizens. They are pissed to the max. And I kept saying this over and over again. Even when I went to Chicago and spoke several times to the community. I got the names, the Uncle Toms, the bootlicking, the coon, the tap dancer for the white man, the porch Negro, the house Negro. I got all those names called at me, and I told them exactly what was going to happen. I told them just because there is representation that are in public office does not mean that there's about to be some shape, form, or fashion of a utopia for black people. It does not mean nothing when the person who is there representing is carrying out the same evil plan of the ones that are behind closed doors that y'all don't know about. What difference does it make? Huh? Now what's happening in Chicago? Pure hell. The so-called quotes, air quotes, migrants that are coming there. Now Chicago's talking about having some winterized tents for the migrants. The migrants are coming there and they are getting treated better than the citizens of Chicago. But if we want to get narrow it down, because I can say this because, you know, a lot of white people still feel like they're on eggshells. Black folks, how's it feeling right now? Knowing you already felt like you was the red-headed stepchild or the black sheep of the family, no pun intended. But now those migrants came there. Y'all got booted down even more. This is what I'm being told by a lot of my family from there. They shut down after school programs so they can house the migrants. They're saying that these migrants may one day actually be able to become police officers and arrest you. Now, I did throw some heat in there because right now in Chicago as well, a lot of Chicago residents in certain areas, let's keep it real, let's in the hood like areas, they are complaining that the migrants are trashing the place. They're complaining that the migrants are loud all through the night. They're complaining that they don't feel safe. Now, that's where I kind of like, oh, okay, wait a minute now. Come on now. Black folks that stay in certain areas of Chicago, y'all saying y'all don't feel safe? Like, since when? But at the same time, because of the father-like type of discipline I have in me, I still got to let you know, you asked for it. Y'all asked for it. You voted for it. What are you complaining about? This is what y'all wanted. This is why I tried to tell you guys, and y'all got another 4 years where y'all can try to get it together again. Whew. These people across mainstream media, they don't want you to do what I press you guys to do. I press you not to believe what I say. I press you to go and research it and look it up for yourself. That way you will know the truth, because when something gets revelated to you, you get a understanding of it. But me telling you, and you go, oh, I'm going to repeat what Ty says. That does not give you an understanding. Getting an understanding and comprehending something, it enriches you. It changes the whole outlook of things. So the reason I'm saying that is because these people that are in mainstream media are doing one big, huge psychological psyops on all of you. Listen to what we tell you, do what we tell you, and go and spread it out through the whole world without questioning it. And that's why a lot of you liberals, y'all have sparks flying at y'all ears when y'all think y'all can come to somebody like me, a black man, and think y'all can just tell me something through y'all virtue signal, and then when I hit y'all back, y'all start to spark and malfunction. Because you too, even though it's not your fault, you too have done what mainstream media told you to do. If you see oh my God, y'all, this is so cringe. I'm just gonna call it out. Man, we went to this event to go speak. I went to go speak at an event with the police, right? I'm at this event. I'm shaking hands. I'm meeting people. We at this event, Back to Blue event. I'm one of the main speakers there, right? My sons had the most cringe moment happen to them. This white woman, who clearly know who I am, she walks up to my sons. She puts her hands on their arms and she says, I want you guys to know that you matter. And you guys are well-dressed gentlemen. And you don't have your pants sagging. Y'all, my son said, Dad, I know she meant well. He said, but that felt more racist than anything. We laughed it out though. Now, what I'm saying that for is that woman who probably meant well, she was nothing more than a victim of mainstream media psyops that told a lot of you white people, if you see a well-dressed black man or a well-talking black man, make sure you let him know. For me, I might not be speaking on behalf of black men or black people, period, but do me a favor, y'all. On behalf of us blacks, please don't do that. Please don't come and tell me that I'm a well-spoken young man and I'm articulate and I'm well-dressed, and don't tell me that. Please don't do that. That is an insult. And I know you might mean well by, but to me, you are literally doing what mainstream media is telling you to do. So what are you saying that for, Ty? It's a huge psychological psyops that they're doing on a lot of you. And the reason they're doing it is because they feel that on an intellectual level, you are too ignorant and dumb to actually decipher that. So whatever mainstream media tells you to do, go out and do it. Don't question it. Just go and do it. So this right here, my people and family and friends in Chicago, this is what I'm talking about. This is what they've done to you. They have conditioned you in such a way that all these people in politics, I don't care who it is, but mainly the Democrats do this like clockwork. Tell you Negroes what they need to hear. We're going to fight for you. Racism, bad schools, bad neighborhoods, better school choice, better health care, blah, blah. They'll tell you all that stuff because they know good and well that inside y'all just going to say, yes, yes, that man is speaking my language. He's saying exactly what's going on with us. He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth about what's going on in our neighborhoods. But guess what? They have no intentions on doing anything about it. And that's why I say it should be an insult to a lot of us that they expect us to do exactly what we've done for all these years. It's the same exact thing we've been doing. And then we're going to turn around and cry about the situation that we're in. It's purposely done. It's deliberately done. And why not keep doing it if we're going to keep on falling for it, ladies and gentlemen? You have to think through these things. You have to decipher through these things. We, the people, will be the reason why America will change. We, the people, were the reason why America is here right now. It is not going to take an individual person such as Donald Trump to save America. It's going to take we, the people of the United States, to save America. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to get out of here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.